ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति मुनीश्वरी। यस्माद्भावमखिलं श्रुतिसारमेकम् आध्यात्मदीपमतितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणया पुराणगुह्यम् तं सर्वभूतैः मुनिमानतो अस्मि। यं प्रपञ्चं तमनुपेतपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं व्याससूनमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीना। श्रीगुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय श्रीराधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। ये देशे देशेर्वसेर्गौराङ्गेरनाम ऊर्ध्वबाहु करिवन्दन सवेर चरणं मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं नन्दायते यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यं। So sorry for delay. And you can see this is the nature of grudge. It is very difficult to attain and very difficult to present. मुझे तो it was expecting since last 10 years it can be मुझे बोले योग्यता कुछ नहीं है. I don't have the strength to speak, but your desire to listen is my adhikar. Your devotion is my empowerment. So please bless me so that I can speak something for a reason and for so I'm trying to attempt to speak something about prayers that the people that will not speak any offensive anything about anyone or will not minimize or demise the position of any Vishnu. My sole intention is now to something glorify Lord and the resident. So in the course of that discussion, if I appear to speaking something ill about somebody or minimizing someone's position, that is not the move here. So I hope you all will accept it in a positive way with the positive attitude. So may right words in the right intensity comes out for our benefit. So we are going to discuss something about grudge and we will study some personalities from human Bhagavatam and what their opinions are about grudge and where they are. So one thing that we should in spiritual life is what applies into grudge that doesn't apply to outside world. And what applies to outside world that has no space in grudge. Grudge is completely different thing, stand out. Krishna reciprocates different devotees differently. But when it's come to grudge, things completely stand out differently. So Krishna will Guru's desire will try to explore something based on my mati, my understanding so far, my so-called reach. We'll try to discuss. Dr. Thakur said that Vaishnava Pravidha Trividha Prakaram Kanishta Madhyama Uttama Kanishte Adara Madhyame Pranati Uttame Sususahaya Vaishnava Charitra Sarvada Pavitra Jena Thako Ninda Kore Bhakati Vinoda Magaye Tar Sanga Sodhibo Mura Dustamana Sodhibo Mura Dustamana. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling Vaishnav Charitra Sarvada Pavitra. Now the Siddhant is we deal different Vaishnavas differently. Those who are in Kanishta platform we deal accordingly, those who are Madhyam Adhikari we deal accordingly, Uttam Adhikari we deal accordingly. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that so that we not minimize position of any Vaishnava. That all Vaishnavas, their charitra is pavitra. They are glorious. But still, Rupa Goswami says we deal accordingly to based on their adhikar. So we not pay obeisance, sastang, pranam or worship to all Vaishnavas. But he said, Uttama Sususa hoy. When somebody is very exalted, we serve them. Now we see we have gradation in Vaishnavas. Somebody is lower, a little bit higher, little. But when we reach to Uttam Adhikari, there is no further gradation in that. Once a Uttam, always a Uttam. Meaning, no one can say that who is more dear to Lalita or Visakha. Lord Shiva is dear to Vishnu or Brahma. No, there is no such thing. But in a lower level, there is a gradation. So today we're gonna talk about Uttamadhikari. So there is no gradation. So why I'm saying this thing is, in a course of our discussion, it appears that we are minimizing someone's position, but it is not. Krishna reciprocate different devotee differently. And once a Uttam, always a Uttam. They never comes down. They always above the three modes of material nature. They experience Visuddha Sattva and they experience Srihari based on their adhikar basically. So I'm establishing this background so that this is a material understanding that when we compare two things, the thing which is little bit lower we reject that or we consider useless. There is no such concept in spiritual life. Between two Vaishnavas, they both are great and they both have different reciprocations in Krishna. So in the last discussion, we discussed the greatness of Braj, how Bhumi Devi got her husband actually in Braj, how all other devotees their desires fulfilled in Braj. So Braj stand out, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in many places, even though he said that all Vishnu Tattvas are same, but still he do comparison. And he always tried to glorify son of Maharaj Nanda, son of Mother Yashoda, over any other thing. In many places in Madhya Lila, in Antya Lila, you see, he always make a comparison while talking with Venkat Bhatt, while talking with so many devotees. He always said, he tried to impress the mind of other devotees, that no matter what you say, Rajendra Nandan Krishna is best, like that. And there is, but all Vishnu Tattvas are same, but still he is best. So why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying this thing is, I don't know, first of all, what is your desires are in spiritual life, in your spiritual life. I don't know where you want to go, but I know where you're supposed to go. I don't know what is your desire, but I know what your desire is supposed to be. If you consider yourself as a member of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when it's come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, things stand out very clearly. We all heard Vraj is our destination, Vraj Bhav is our destination. But oftenly we minimize that, or oftenly we not talk so much in public. But Krishna Saraswati Maharaj Thakur said that without adhikar we should not try to touch that. But is it not fact? Without adhikar we are chanting also. The fall of chanting is Sudhanam. So it is not like that till we not chant, Sudhanam will not chant. We are chanting. The fall of devotion is Uttama Bhakti, Ahetuki Apratihata Bhakti. Still we are doing devotional service. So even though we are not executing pure devotion, still we are executing devotion. Even though we are unable to chant, I am talking about myself, Sudhanam, still we are chanting now. So then why when it's come to Braj we say, no, I don't have adhikar, so stop. I don't want to talk on this. The way we treat chanting, the way we treat devotional service, can we not treat Braj like that? So we'll talk on that. Consider it as Braj Adhikar. What is Braj Adhikar? So we will see first, check Srila Prabhupada's opinion on Vrindavan especially about the son of Mother Yasoda. And then we'll proceed based on this mood of Srila Prabhupada, we'll proceed our discussion as much we can go based on time. So, few purports I quote here from Srila Prabhupada, which reflects Srila Prabhupada's mood. Do you want to read?
In the Vaikuntha Lokas, the Lord is merciful towards the liberated or Nitya Mukta living entities. But in his pastimes, in the mortal world, he is merciful even to the fallen souls who are Nitya Buddha or conditioned forever. The six excellent opulences which he displayed in the mortal world by the agency of his internal potency Yoga Maya are rare even in the Vaikuntha Lokas. All his pastimes were manifested not by the material energy, but by his spiritual energy. The excellence of his Rasa Leela at Vrindavan and his household life with 16,000 wives and the wonderful even for is wonderful even for Narayan and Vaikuntha, and certainly so for other living entities within this mortal world. His pastimes are wonderful even for other incarnations of the Lord, such as Sri Ram and Simha. His opulence is His opulence was so super excellent that his pastimes were adored even by the Lord Almighty, who is not different from Lord Krishna himself. Srimad Bhagavatam 23 and 30.
So this is something written by Srila Prabhupada. He's he's putting the son of Mother Yashoda. He's putting the residents of Braj and Dwarka. In that sense, Krishna. He's putting Krishna completely stand out as compared to Lord Ram, Narayan, Varaha, any incarnation for that matter. So please remember this sequence. This purport is establishing the supremacy of Krishna over any other incarnation. This is one thing. Second,
These words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the way form the two hands carrying a blue. The bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feather in his hair. These are descriptions of Krishna found in the Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind on this original form of Godhead, Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi forms as Vishnu, Narayan, Ram, Vara, etc. But the devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita 1865.
So if you see in previous slides, he stand out Krishna separately. In this slide, he specifically stand out Rajendran and Krishna because Krishna also has multi forms. So in first slide, he said Krishna is supreme, and in this purport, he is specifically talking about two hands carrying a flute. Dwarka is never carrying flute. By the way. He is a Raja. He never carry. Last time Krishna song with the flute was in Vrindavan before Akrura arrived. So Srila Prabhupada is telling, this is it. Sometimes we say that this is Srila Prabhupada's instruction and very much basic in Bhagavad Gita. Man mana bhav bhakta, this is the verse. Where Krishna Prabhupada is instructing to all of his followers, we should concentrate focusing our minds specifically on Krishna, not even Lord Ram and Vara. Now, as I said, I keep reminding you, this is a comparison in a context of grudge. That doesn't mean we minimize any Vaishnava, we minimize any other incarnation. Possibly some devotees have inclination towards some other incarnation, which is absolutely okay. Hanumanji has his complete attention with Lord Ram. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Murari Gupta to chant, he unable to chant. So that is absolutely okay. But today we are talking about grudge, so the quotation also is accordingly. And the hero of the grudge is only a person who carries flute in his hand. This is second slide. This is third slide. I'll read it. The cosmic manifestation gives the conditioned souls a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. And that is its main purpose. The whole process is to enliven the sleeping conditioned souls to the real life of spiritual consciousness so that they may thus become as perfect as the ever liberated souls in the Vaikuntha Lokas. Since the Lord is Sachidananda Vigraha, He likes every part and parcel of His different potencies to take part in the blissful ras, because participation with the Lord in His eternal ras is the highest living condition, perfect in spiritual bliss and eternal knowledge. In this purpose, Srila Prabhupada is telling why Lord created this material world. One theory, to provide to facilitate our enjoyment tendency. Right? That is one theory. Second theory is to give us an opportunity to perform devotional service and go back to Godhead. Third theory, Srila Prabhupada said he created this material world for us to give an opportunity to enter in rasa. You see the word here, what Srila Prabhupada is using? Every part and parcel of his different potency. So what is Krishna's desire? All of his creation should enter. Now, oftenly, this pastime of Lord is always treated wrongly because of misconception. But this is the highest form of devotion. Highest form of devotion ever found in any realm. Never ever found in Vaikuntha, never ever found in any other Vaishnava. Highest ever found. And Srila Prabhupada is telling here that this is Krishna's sole desire. He wants all of us back, not back to Godhead, but back into Ras, meaning back into the highest form of spirituality, highest form of devotion. So these are, and this is the last quotation, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's opinion on it. There is no parallel to his childhood pastime as exhibited at Braj Bhuvi. which are replicas of his internal affairs in the original Krishna lok described as the Chintamani Dham in Brahmasita. Lord Sri Krishna descended himself at Vraj Bhuvi with all his transcendental entourage and paraphernalia. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore confirmed that no one is as fortunate as the residents of Brajbhumi, and as specifically the cowherd girls who dedicated their everything for the satisfaction of the Lord. His pastimes with Nanda and Yasoda, and his pastimes with cowherd men, and especially with cowherd boys and the cows, have caused him to be known as Bhuvi. Now, this is last quote from Srila Prabhupada. So, in this couple slides, we see, including Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody agree with one thing. What is that? The Supreme Personality of Godhead is a person who carries fruit, son of Mother Yasoda. One thing. Second, the fortune of Vrindavan Dham, the residents of Vrindavan, has no boundary. Nobody ever got a fortune what the residents of Brajvasi has attained. Now, from onwards, I will quote few things from Chaitanya Charitamrita to understand who can attain Braj. It is not new to you, it's the repetition, but this repetition one more. Again, this repetition will one more time clean our heart. And then we'll proceed with our discussion. You will see what other personalities has to say about Braj, and when it's come to Braj, where they are themselves. And then we'll try to drive out some type of instruction for our spiritual life, that what mood carefully we should cultivate and what mood carefully we should avoid in our spiritual life, if we consider ourselves as a member of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Sakala jagat mure kare vidhi bhakti braje bhava paite nahi sakti. Everywhere in the world, people worshipping according to scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees in Brajbhumi. I will not spend much time, this is known to all of you. ऐश्वर्य ज्ञाने ते सब जगत मिश्रित ऐश्वर्य शिथिल प्रेम नाही मोर प्रीत. Knowing my opulence, the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration. But devotion made feeble by such reverence does not attract me. ऐश्वर्य ज्ञाने विधि भजन कराय वैकुंठ के आया चतुर्विधि मुक्ति पाया. By performing such regulated devotional service in awe and veneration, one may go to Vaikuntha and attain the four kinds of liberation. Okay. Now, in this up to here, we know what is the adhikar to enter in Braj. You have enough heard about Vidhi Bhakti and Rag Bhakti, so I'll not spend much time there. But in these verses, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna Sarada Goswami is telling that indirectly what mood we should cultivate if our desire is in line with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood. Now, this slide onwards, we will study certain personalities from Bhagavatam and we'll do comparison. Remind you again, this comparison, this study is not to minimize position of any Vaishnava. On this slide onwards, the personalities that I am presenting, they are beyond my understanding. Their bhakti, their devotion, their adhikar is beyond my adhikar. So I have no business to say or pass any comment on them. I have no adhikar. I have no dignity to speak anything about them. But Srila Prabhupada's purports and Bhagavad made us to understand from their lifestyle that what we can cultivate in our heart as a mood, which can take us close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why I'm presenting this information. I would say information because this is nothing realized in my life, so it will be just theory. But in theory also, we don't want to minimize anyone's position. We need their blessings in our spiritual life. So with this caution, I will proceed. So the first personality, Brahmaji, the highest ranking officer in this universe. Not only highest ranking, in devotion also the highest person. His service is unparalleled. In none of the four Sampradaya schools ever any Vaishnava existing or will exist who perform the service like Brahmaji has done for the pleasure of his Guru. So we'll drive very beautiful understanding from Brahmaji's past. So Brahma ko Mohini Leela we all know. And how he bewildered. So till he bewildered, his bhajan standard was Vidhiman. He was Vaidhi Bhakt. But after his exposure with Nanda, he changed his practice. And as of now, today we are talking, he is a Raga Vaishnava. He himself said in Bhagavatam, chapter 14 of 10, canto 2, towards the end. So he learned his lesson and he changed the pattern of his bhajan. Bhajan meaning sadhana, well known in Gaudiya Vaishnava as bhajan. So bhajan. So sadhana, he changed his sadhana pattern. Till that time, he was a Vidhi Vaishnava. 2.9 Srimad Bhagavatam you study, you will know he was a Vidhi Mayuri. So he was like a no rules and regulation type of devotee. But with his exposure, Krishna saw his special mercy to Brahma because he was to there. And based on that mercy, he changed his standard of devotion. So we all know Brahma Vimohini Lila. Krishna highest or highly angry on somebody in Braj is Brahma. He did not become that angry on Akasur or Bakasur or Krishna as he angry compared to Brahma. Why? Because higher adhikar, higher expectation. And Brahmaji did not fulfill that. So it is said that घुमा के चारों के चारों सर रख रहे थे कि माफ कर दो गलती हो गई भाई. Krishna did not look at him. Krishna said, चलो निकलो यहाँ से. I don't want to talk to you. So if you study chapter 14, this is a proof that I should be careful in my speech. I beg special mercy and I beg special prayers at their feet so that I get some empowerment to speak. But I'm very well known aware about their position on the witness of Bhagavatam. So I'm not offending anyone. And this is a highlight that be careful. Okay. So Krishna did not look at him and did not talk even. So Brahma ji understood कि भाई मुझे यहाँ से जाने को बोल रहे हैं निकलो यहाँ से. So Brahma ji understood, okay my lord, I will leave. But Sukdev Goswami's Krishna did not talk. Sorry, Sukdev Goswami's Krishna did not talk, but Kaviraj Goswami's Krishna talked to them. This is Bhav. When Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami described this Lila in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a conversation between Brahmaji and Krishna. There is no such conversation actually in Bhagavad. Whole chapter 14 is prayers of Brahmaji and done. Chapter 15 Adhyay complete, next Adhyay start. But Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says he talked to Krishna and Krishna also talked. It is a very beautiful thing. So this is Bhavana. This is ecstasy of Kaviraj. So what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing, what Brahmaji did, in his prayer, and this writing is reflecting his mood that he prayed to Krishna in Bhagavatam. So this is what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing. शिशुवत्स हरि ब्रह्मा करे अपराध क्षमाईते मंगे न प्रसाद. शिशुवत्स, calf and boys of cowherd boys. शिशुवत्स हरि करे अपराध. He offended by doing this activity. Now what he's saying? Aparada kshamayite, मांगे ना प्रसाद. He's begging now mercy. मुझसे गलती हो गई, क्षमा कर दीजिए. But Krishna did not look at him. So to attract Krishna's attention, he did beautiful. Although he did not talk, okay, but Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is describing a conversation. So what he said for them? He's reminding very important thing to Krishna. What he said? তোমার নাভি পদ কমল আমার জন্মোদয় তুমি পিতা মাতা আমার আমি তোমার তনয়. What he said? তোমার নাভি পদ কমল আমার জন্মোদয়. I took birth from you. Why he speak? Why Krishnadas Kaviraj is writing this thing? He is indirectly telling to his reader that Brahmaji is not ordinary Vaishnava. He is a very smart, exalted, Siddhantic, Ved Paraya Vaishnava. He knows how to deal with Krishna. So what he is doing? He is trying to establish his sambandh with Krishna. That sir, आप कुछ लगते हो मेरे. You are my father, you are my guru, I am your son, I am your disciple. Please look at me. And संबंध तत्व is the first stage of pravachan. किसी से प्रेम करना हो तो पहले संबंध होता है. And Brahmaji knows this thing very well. So he established this relation first. And then he further goes down to melt Krishna's heart down. What he said further. Mata pita sisura aparadha nahi mani. For father and mother never consider offense of son. Aparadha kshamai. Please forgive my brother. Karuna prasad. Please forgive me and show your mercy. Immediately Krishna interject his conversation and Krishna chimed in. Yadyapi Krishna did not speak anything in Bhagavatam, but in Chaitanya Charitamrita he speak. And he chimed in and what Krishna said, before Brahmaji established Sambandh, Krishna stopped him there. And what Krishna speak? Brahma tomar pita haya narayana. Ami gopa tumi kaiche amaro nandana. मेरी शादी नहीं हुई है भाई. हाउ कैन यू आर माई नंदन? यू आर आपके बाप कौन है? नारायण है. जाओ वहां पे जाओ. गो देयर. डोंट टॉक टू मी. आई एम नॉट योर फादर. ऑफ कोर्स लेटर ब्रह्मा जी सेड दैट यस यू आर नॉट माय फादर. मेरा बाप नारायण है. तो आप कौन हो? आप उसके भी बाप हो. So this why I established this conversation is Brahma is not ordinary person. He know all the tattva. He know all the siddhant. Yet Brahmaji doesn't have entrance in the mind. When I say entrance, what I mean by that is Brahmaji doesn't have any eternal identity in Brahmaji. He can check in and check out for a couple of days. He cannot eternally stay there. So if a personality like Brahmaji doesn't have entrance in Brahmaji, I have next 20 years only before my body meet the invalidity. What hope I have in next 20 years? I can attend the mood of Chaitanya. Such a way. ब्रह्मा जी साधना जैसे हम एवरीडे चैंटिंग करते हैं ना 2 आवर्स चैंटिंग वॉट एवर. ब्रह्मा जी साधना करने बैठते हैं और फिर खड़े होते तब तक तो 14 मनवंतर चेंज हो जाते हैं. दैट मच लॉन्ग आवर ही डू साधना. 2 hours of chanting we sit down. When he sit down for sadhana, युगों के युगों निकल जाते हैं. मनवंतर चेंज, सरकार चेंज हो जाती है. Can you imagine it how long he's doing? Still, he doesn't have entrance in Vrindavan. Now this is the words from Bhagavatam. Please repeat after me. This is, after all these things, this is Brahmaji's opinion about the resident of Vrindavan. So, okay, please sing after me. Tad bhuri bhagyamiha janma kimaktavavyam. Yad ghokule pikatamangrihajobisekam. Yad jeevitam tu nikhilam bhagavan mukunda. Swadhyapi yat padaraja sutirudyameva. This is Brahmaji's opinion. My greatest possible good fortune would be to take any birth, whatever in this forest of Gokul, and have my head bathed by the dust falling from the lotus feet of any of its residents. Their entire life and soul is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Mukunda, the dust of whose lotus feet is still being searched for in the Vedic mantras. So here Brahmaji is waiting in a queue. He is requesting to Krishna, give me some type of birth where people walk on my head and trample me. Who is begging this thing? The top ranking officer of this series. Who is begging this thing? The person, na bhutu na bhavishyati, such type of service he has done for the pleasure of his guru. That person is begging this thing. Not entrance permanent in Braj. Not Braj बाबू बोल रहे कि एक काम करो ब्रज के बाहर कुछ अरेंजमेंट कर दो मेरा. ना ब्लैक टिकट परचेज, मूवी में टिकट नहीं मिल रही तो. Now this is his next opinion. Please repeat after me. Janantu eva janantu kim bahu katyana me prabhu manaso vapuso vachu vaibhavam tava gocharam. very easy to understand. जानन्तु एव जानन्तु, लोग जानते होंगे तो जानते होंगे. किम बहु करता नमे प्रभु. I don't want to speak much on this topic. मनसो वपुसो वाचो, मनसा कर्मणा वाचा किया वैभवं तव पूज्य. It is beyond my understanding. There are people who says I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, and words. Brahma ji is telling, oh Rajendra Nandan, understanding you is beyond my mind. How can a person like me can understand? If somebody asks, do you want to go to Vrindavan? Yes, I want. But see the greatness of Brajvasi and greatness of Vrindavan, other people are talking. So this is one person. Keep it in a mind. We'll come back on this again. So Brahmaji. Now second personality is Uddhav. Just like Brahmaji is the highest ranked officer in this universe, same way Uddhavji is the highest ranked officer in Dwarikadas. Nobody is as advanced in spiritual technique as Uddhavji in Dwarika. Mahamantri of Yaduvanshi. When Krishna is absent, people turn their face to him to get the suggestions, opinions. And Uddhavji always wear Krishna's clothes. He look like Krishna. His devotion is unparalleled. He also passed his opinion about words. Now when Krishna sent Uddhavji in Vrindavan, then he said, go and deliver my message. Uddhavji said that, what they will understand my message? I am a disciple of Brihaspati. They are simple villager girls and boys, uneducated, illiterate. मैं वेद बोलना शुरू करूंगा वो सो जाएंगे. They will not understand me. तो कृष्ण से एक काम करो, थोड़ी सिंपल लैंग्वेज में समझा दो जाओ. So ठीक है, you are speaking, your instruction is my order, so I'll go. When Uddhav went, and he saw the devotion of the residents of Vrindavan, his eyes comes out. Uddhav tum pati leke. Surdas ji, in his mood, he explained a wonderful phrases. Surdas ji is telling that Uddhav ji has a knowledge like anything, but the comparison of that knowledge is a dum-dum of Lord Shiva. Small dum-dum. Like you all see that? I don't know what is the English word of that dum-dum. What is that? I don't know. That, but you all know, right? The Lord Shiva, dum-dum, right? So Uddhav knowledge is dum-dum. When he was talking to all the gopis, Arey, why are you crying behind Krishna? Krishna is a Parabrahma. You see this tree? Parabrahma is sitting here also. Parabrahma is sitting on your body. Meditate, close your eyes and meditate. Ye rona dhona band karo. Stop crying. When all the gopis start speaking, that's when Surdasi said, when gopis start speaking, Uddhavji first realized that my knowledge is doomed to me when they start playing their drum of prayer. Surdasi wonderfully, I forget that, wonderfully, Gopi said that in their mood to Krishna, to Uddhavji says, Krishna tana, Krishna mana, Krishna hi hamaro dhana, Udho hame aatho yam, Krishna hi sota. हमें और कुछ सूझता ही नहीं है कृष्ण के अलावा. Gopi says. Now, for me, it is very easy to speak out as it is repetition. This intensity, what they are speaking, only those can realize your experience, something that's spiritual. Otherwise, this is simply a story. So, when Uddhavji saw their devotion, he mesmerized and he prayed this thing to Krishna. Very wonderful words. And I will sing, please listen. Asamaho चरण सामहस्या वृंदावने किमपि गुल्मलतोषधीना यादुस्त्यजं स्वजनमार्यपथं च हित्वा बेजुर्मुकुन्दपदवीं श्रुतिभिर्विमृग्या Asamoho Charana. Uddhavji, when he heard Krishna Katha from the mouth of gopis, actually why Krishna sent Uddhavji, Krishna thought, he is my dearmost devotee and friend. सब कुछ सीख लिया है, कुछ बाकी नहीं रखा, एक चीज बाकी रह गई, प्रेम अध्याय नहीं सीखा मेरे मित्र ने. My friend did not learn the love. So let me have him experience something going into it. That was Krishna's thought process. So उद्धव जी को थोड़ा जो वो चखे ही नहीं, क्योंकि हेवन में अवेलेबल ही नहीं है वो चीज, वो फ्लेवर अवेलेबल नहीं है हेवन. That is not available in heaven. So Krishna said go. And this is the translation. The gopis of Vrindavan have given up the association of their husband, sons, and other family members who are very difficult to give up. And they have forsaken the path of chastity to take shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda Krishna, which one should search for by Vedic knowledge. Oh, let me be fortunate enough to be one of the bushes, creepers, or herbs in Vrindavan, because the gopis trample them and blaze them with the dust of their lotus feet. The first highest ranking officer of this universe, Brahmaji, said that make my arrangement at least outside the Vrindavan. This personality, who is the highest rank officer in Varikaras, he is telling that same thing. Make me Gulmalata, let them trample, let them walk on me and let them trample me so that I can understand their mood. Now, this next opinion of him is very beautiful. वंदे नंद व्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणु अभिक्षणः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्. Punati Bhuvanatram. I repeatedly offer my respects to the dust from the feet of the woman of Nand Maharaj's cowherd village. When these gopis loudly chant the glories of Sri Krishna, the vibration clarifies the three words. Why I quote this verse is, you see what Uddhavji is asking? Uddhavji did not say, give me access to Raj. Uddhavji did not say, give me association of residents. The highest devotee in Braj is expecting the dust of the lotus feet of the gopis of Vrindavan. Not even lotus feet. You see here, it says, feet of the woman of Nand Maharaj, and that too dust. You see the intensity here. Uddhavji is not ordinary person. He is not like a struggling sadhak like me. 11:14 Krishna passed his opinion. You are more dear to me than my own brother Balram, my own wife Lakshmi. So what to talk of Brahma and Shiva? This is Uddhavji. That Uddhavji is backing not the feet, but the dust of the feet of Krishna. Can you see the position of the resident of Vrindavan? Sometimes it is very easy to speak, some story on the resident of Vrindavan, that their devotion is, but actually how great their devotion. Only those can experience who have some type of exposure with that. So this is second person. Third person in the list, Lakshmi ji, Ardhangini of Swam Bhagavan Narayana. What is her position when it's come to Vrindavan? This is the verse spoken by Nagakanya. Asyanuභavo asya nadeva vidmahe tavangridenu sparasa sadhikara yadavanchaya sri lalana charataku vihaya kaman suchiram krutavrata. Lalana meaning Lakshmi. Oh Lord, we do not know how the serpent Kalya has attained this great opportunity of being touched by the dust of a lotus feet. For this end, the goddess of fortune performed austerities for centuries, giving up all other desires and observing austere rules. Even today, while we are talking, Lakshmi ji is performing tapasya in a Bedwan in Vrindavan. She doesn't have entrance in Vrindavan. Or when I say entrance, what I mean by is they don't have eternal life. They all are waiting in a queue. If Brahmaji is waiting in a queue, if Uddhavji is begging, if Lakshmi is waiting in a queue, you'll see what are other person is coming in a line. What hope I have in next 20 years? What hope I have? Remember, these personalities will conclude at the end. They say their Mahaprabhu's opinion about Lakshmi. If you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani by mood. If you study his southern journey in Madhya Lila, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visit many temples. Alarnath temple and Rangnath temple and this Vishnu temple and that Lord Shiva's temple. So many temples. Now, if you study his pattern, whichever temple he visit, he put forward stuti of that demigod or stuti of that if Vishnu, Narayan, अलग अलग अपने हिसाब से चैतन्य महाप्रभु offer and then do ecstatic kirtan and dance. This is his pattern. But he has one exception, and that exception is Lakshmi. When he visit Lakshmiji's temple, according to his pattern, what he should sing? He should sing the stuti of Lakshmi. What he sing, you know? Gopi Geet. Why? So in Hindi it's called Tang Khich Rahe Lakshmi Ji ki Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for a reason. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu singing Gopi Geet is doing sarcasm on Lakshmi because he is even Radha. There is one biggest fault in the conduct of Muslim when it's come to girls. मुझे सच में डर लग रहा है जब से डार्लिंग टूट गया है मुझे सच में बोलने में डर लग रहा है. Need them in place. I need them blessings. But when it's come to Raj, I have to speak this thing to give justice to the resident of Rajvasis. They are not ordinary people. They are not ordinary. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, this is to Venkat Bhatt. To establish this supremacy that Nandanandan Krishna is the highest because Venkat Bhatt is a worshipper of Lakshmi Narayan, father of Gopal Bhatt. But then later he become worshipper of Nandanandan. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Please sing after me. Amara Thakura Krishna Gopa Gocharaka. Amara Thakura Krishna Gopa Gocharaka. Sadhvi hoya kene chahe tanhara sangama. Sadhvi hoya kene chahe tanhara sangama. Ei lagi sukha bhoga chhadi chirakala. Ei lagi sukha bhoga chhadi chirakala. Vrata niyam karita pakarilo apara. Vrata niyam karita pakarilo apara. This is his. However, my Lord is Lord Sri Krishna, a cowherd boy who is engaged in tending cows. Why is it that Lakshmi, your Lakshmi, is turning to Venkat because he is worshipping Lakshmi? Being such a chaste wife, wants to associate with my Lord. Just to associate with Krishna, Lakshmi abandoned all transcendental happiness in Vaikuntha and for a long time, accepted vows and regulative principles and performed unlimited austerities. Today, while we are talking, she is performing austerity in Bhagavatam, but she doesn't have entrance in Vrindavan. She is even still doing that thing, and she will never enter in Braj. This is not my statement. I heard from Radha Govind Maharaj. He said a wonderful thing, but I preserve that statement for later. What he said, about Lakshmi Devi, he can speak. He has that ability. He said, what he said that I'll not speak because that's I'll cover it later. So he said, अगर ये नहीं करना है, तो मरो तपस्या करके कुछ नहीं हो सकता. He said like that to Lakshmi Ji for a reason. Lakshmi Ji doesn't have entrance. So Brahma Ji, Uddhav Devi. Now Lakshmi Ji. This is another sarcasm, and this is the highest height of sarcasm. This is a conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asking in a sarcasm to Swarup Damodar about Lakshmi. Actually, if you study the theme of Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially Madhurya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Lakshmi जी के पीछे पड़ गए, लिटरली पीछे पड़ गए और इतना टीज किया वो कितना चिढ़ाया है. But this is all indirectly mentioned. When you read in between the lines, you'll understand why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing this thing. So I'll keep singing this thing because then it will take a lot of time. All I want to sing this second line, this second paya is very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking here, hey, tell me one thing. Why Jagannath ji did not carry Lakshmi ji with him? नाना पुष्पो ध्याने तथा खेले रात्रि दिने लक्ष्मी देवी संगे नाही लय की कारण। एक स्वरूप दामोदर जरा बताओ तो की कारण है, वो कौन सा कारण था कि जगन्नाथ जी लक्ष्मी को छोड़ के चले गए? गिव अप एंड लीव। So Swarup Damodar Goswami also, he is also Brajvasi. He is not ordinary person. Right from the groves of Vrindavan. So he said, Swarup kahe suno Prabhu karana ihara Vrindavan kridate Lakshmi nahi adhikara. Lakshmi ji doesn't have adhikar in Vrindavan. If Lakshmi ji doesn't have adhikar, how can I enter in Vrindavan? It is very easy to, I'm talking to myself, cheaply speak about Braj and the resident of Braj. We should have that gravity in our heart. हम किसके बारे में बोल रहे हैं? Who are these? These people are not ordinary people. With a punj punya, not ordinary people. See, the Lord enjoys his pastime day and night in various flower gardens there in Jagannath. But why does he not take Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, with him? Sarup Damodar replied, My dear Lord, please hear the reason for this. Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, cannot be admitted to the pastimes of Vrindavan. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, wanted to enjoy Krishna at the same time, retain her spiritual body in the form of Lakshmi. However, she did not follow in the footsteps of the gopis in her worship of Krishna. The last thing I will cover later. But in these three upayas, we understand, and the previous verse of Bhagavatam, Lakshmi ji doesn't have entrance in Vrindavan. So this is third person in the list. Fourth person, Lord Shiva. In the Brahma Purana, he is also mentioned in Harivansh Purana. In many, Bhagavatam doesn't cover this story, but in many places it is mentioned in writings of Vedas. When Ras pastime, Yadyapi Lord Shiva is not a Jiva Tattva. Shambhu is not a Jiva Tattva. But still you see the gravity of Vrindavan. During the Ras pastimes, Lord Shiva also expressed desire to enter Vrindavan. And he was checked by the resident of Vrindavan. He was not allowed to enter. Now we have difference of opinion. Some says Lalita Devi stopped. Some say Vrinda Devi stopped. Either way, he was stopped there. He said, Where are you going? And Lord Shiva, I want to enter into the pastimes of Lord. So you cannot enter with this force of him. So Lord Shiva changed his identity. And he took the form of Gopi. And even today in Gopishwar Mahadev, on Brajpati, you see, every day Sandhya they decorate Lord Shiva like this. This is their Prabhu. So Lord assumed the form of the resident of Braj. And Yadyapi he did that, he did not enter in Ras. He watched it from a distance out of respect. Why? Because when he learned the gravity of the residents and prem of resident of Vrindavan, he thought better I don't want to disturb them. So Lord Shiva also watched it from a distance. Further. Now Sukdev Goswami's opinion on all this stuff. Name very famous verse. नेमं विरिञ्चिन भवो न श्री अप्य अंग संश्रय प्रसादं लेभिरे गोपी यत्तत् प्राप विमुक्तिदात्. Neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva nor even the goddess of fortune, who is always the better half of the Supreme Lord, can obtain from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the deliverer from this material world, such mercy as received by Mother Yashoda. Now, up to we see those residents or those personalities who wants to access Braj and they are waiting in a queue. Now we'll enter in Braj and we'll zoom in the Braj and we'll see what's going on in the Braj. Now one personality, पहले तो लोग एंट्री मारने के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं, but in my understanding, my so-called understanding, there is one personality जो ब्रज में थे उनको बाहर निकाल दिया. कौन थे? कौन? Why? He started disturbing. I mean, Krishna is kartum anyatha. If you want Kalya to stay in Vrindavan, can he not make her? He disturbed the Yamuna river or resident. That's external reason. There is one very internal reason, and this will reflect Bhagwan's ego. Actually, what is the general understanding? Why this family boycotted from Vrindavan? Let's not use word Kaliya. The पूरा पैराफन है उनकी वाइफ उनके बच्चे पूरी फैमिली थी. Whole family checked out from Braj. So why the whole family checked out from Braj? The पूरी दुनिया ये सोचती रह गई कि कालिया is the reason. Kalia is not the reason. You know what is the reason? Nagakanya. What we are singing? जय जय द्विज पत्नी नागकन्या का भक्ति ते जहाँ पाइयो Nagakanya, before I say, Brahmaji's greatness we know, Uddhavji's greatness we know, Lord Shiva Lakshmi, they are their greatness we know. We not demise or minimize the position of Nagapatnis. That's why I want to say this. Bhakti te jahan paine govinda chara. They are very pure exalted Vaishnava, just like these four personalities. So we don't want to find any fault in their conduct or in their devotion. They are way better than at least me, I can say. But still they are the reason because of they checked out. आज भी फिजी में बैठ के वो हस्बैंड वाइफ झगड़ा करते होंगे कि बिकॉज ऑफ तुम्हारी वजह से व्रत छोड़ना पड़ा हमें. तो नागकन्या बोलते कि छोड़ो जी, अगर हम नहीं होते तो मार देते आपको नंदनंदन, हमने बचाया आपको. तो कालिया कहता होगा कि मार देते तो कम से कम वृंदावन में मरता. भाई या फिजी में क्या कर रहा हूं मैं? These are sarcasm. They fight like this. They actually, for to understand this thing, and then we'll make the comparison later. To understand this thing, we need to go back to the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. I know 9:30, so few more minutes, and we'll try to stop. I heard that we have one yatra today, so I don't want to miss that. Okay, so Krishna Chista is the Sarpan Kalia chapter 16. Okay? It is impossible for me to cover in a short period of time the whole chapter, but some glimpse to understand what's going on and some understanding that we can drive for ourselves. Okay, you know what? Before I give reasoning why they checked out, keep this thing in the mind. We'll come back later. I want to quickly cover all the things. Brahmaji is waiting. Uddhavji is begging. Lord Shiva did not enter. Lakshmi ji का तो अधिकार ही नहीं है. And those who are in the Vraj, they checked out from the Vraj. From this, at least keep this thing in your understanding how great Vraj is and how great the residents of Vraj and their devotion is. And we want, if we want to go there, we're supposed to go there according to Chaitanya. So if we want to go there, what should be the intensity of our devotion? मुझे नहीं पता, I don't know. Because I have very limited years and I, be honest, I lose my hope. मुझे hope नहीं है. I know that I'm coming. That's not relaxing. Okay, so this is Trijpatni, the wives of Brahma. So I will compare them with Nakaganyas and then we'll understand why they checked out. We'll quickly move. Akrurji and last personality, because we cannot cover so many people. But these are the prominent people. Akrurji is the one who fetch out Krishna from Akrur, no Krurta. Now, very beautiful thing. Wanted to speak a little bit past time of Akrurji. Cut short. So it was Falgun Ekadasi when Akrurji started from Vrindavan, from Mathura to Vrindavan, and it was night time. Akrurji did whole Jagran, night Jagran. Akrurji's standard was all Ekadasi Nirjan and he do night Jagran. That was his standard of bhajan. So when Narad Muni met Kamsa, after Narad leave, Kamsa arranged a very close door secret meeting. So, my Gurudev just came. Can he give me instruction? What instruction? He gave me very confidential secret. What confidential secret? He said the Vishnu who's supposed to kill me, that Vishnu is living in a Nandgraj. Oh, this is big secret for you. So he invited all his close associates and he held a meeting. And he said, we need to do one trick now. What trick? My Gurudev give me instruction. What instruction? Sthana prabhavana bala prabhav. In Hindi it's called apni gali mein sher bhi kutta hota hai. As it is translation. Sthana prabhavana bala prabhav. He used that quote that words. Meaning you send so many demons in Vrindavan, right? Krishna killed everybody. Now no more, don't send any other demon only. So what do? Bring them here. Right? अपनी गली में शेर भी कुत्ता होता है. So you can easily kill because this is your area. Mathura is your area. और कंस को ये युक्ति अच्छी लग गई. Yes, this is best idea to do. And said, whom to send, whom to send. Yes, he in his lobby, everybody is hooded. Krishna never come like easily. So he was thinking, oh, he knew कि अक्रूर जी छुप छुप के भक्ति करता है. So he knew very well. So he said, Akrur ji is the best person to send. So he called Akrur ji. It was a night time. Falgun Ekadasi, night time, the first Ekadasi. It's 2 bucks. He called. Akrur said, he said to Akrur ji, my Gurudev come and he revealed to me. What he revealed? How to kill Krishna. Akrur ji thought, in हो गया को और कोई कुछ सूझता ही नहीं है, बस भगवान को मारो बस. So he said, okay, what should I do, my lord, for you? He said, I have one idea. And then he described whole niti how to kill person. I said, so Akrur also responded, yes, you are right. Person should hook or crook try to avoid that death. But you know that nobody can avoid that death. But we should try to avoid that. So you are doing good thing. Continue. Akrur said. So what should I do for you? He said, I want you to do one thing. Here is a new brand new chariot. Brand new chariot. Take this brand new chariot, go to Braj. And because this is very attractive brand new chariot, this villager boy, they have never seen such chariot. So they'll become attracted to see them and bring them in. And I will kill them. So when Akruji heard that I will kill them, Akruji thought, अरे लगता है इसके मृत्यु के दिन नजदीक आ गए हैं. ये मरने वाला है. Akruji thought ये गया अभी. ठीक है. Now Harisuri give wonderful commentary on that, about the chariot. That was actually Chandan chariot. The chariot that Krishna said, the name of that chariot is Chandan. Chandan chariot. So Harisuri said that why the brand new chariot? So Yogamaya thought that the chariot on which Kansa is sitting, how can Krishna sit? So he arranged brand new chariot. So when I was reading it, I was thinking, see how beautiful it is. जिस रथ पे कंस बैठा है भगवान नहीं बैठ सकते, इसलिए ब्रांड न्यू रथ. उसी रथ में पहले अक्रूर जी बैठे, फिर भगवान बैठे. See the greatness of God. So he took the rath. Akrur Manorath is one of the very wonderful pastimes in Bhagavatam. Very wonderful. What a Manorath. I will not cover, but as I mentioned, all those 5 personalities, how great they are. Akrur Manorath speak the story how great Akrur is. We cannot cover that because we don't have time. But understand, like those 4 personalities, this 5th Akruji, his devotion is unparalleled. Unparalleled. His Manorath, his thought process. And he was such a great and pure exalted Vaishnava, Krishna washed his feet. When Akruji arrived in Vrindavan, you read that chapter, Krishna made him sit like on this throne and he washed his feet. Nandanandan is washing someone's feet. Can you imagine the level of that person's devotion? Akruji doesn't have eternal identity in which. This is a 5th person who doesn't have entrance in Vrindavan. Please try to intensify. मेरा कोई अधिकार नहीं, मैं क्या बोलूं. Please अपने अपने भक्ति के हिसाब से ले लीजिए आप. These people are waiting to enter into Braj. We have how many years in this body? How many years? I genuinely lose the hope. मुझे तो कोई लग नहीं रहा है. So that's why I'm coming to just baffle here. I'm just wanted to serve. So at least in next, but maybe I have some support in my life. Be honest. Braj is inaccessible. Braj is inaccessible. It is easy to speak theory on Braj. It is easy to speak some story on resident of Brajvasi. It is a whole lot of a different thing to intensify the devotion in the heart. It is beyond the jurisdiction of any Vaishnava. Any Vaishnava. These all people I spoke, they are not ordinary. They are about 3 modes of material nature. They experience, they are in Visuddha Sattva. They are very elevated Vaishnava, Suddha Vaishnava. We all want to become pure devotee. We all want to become very elevated Vaishnava. They all are already there. Still they don't have access of culture. Now somebody think कि भाई और कोई है बाकी रह गया कोई in general. So these are the big people. How about demigods? Do we have any residents there? So Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Karan Goswami is telling, Gopa Jati Krishna Gopi Prayasi Tanhar Devi Va Anya Stri Krishna Na Kare Ambika. Lord Krishna belongs to the cowherd community, and the gopis are the dearmost lover of Krishna. Although the wives of the denizens of the heavenly planets are most opulent within the material world, neither they nor any other woman in the material universe can acquire Krishna's association. So these are the five big people. But in general, अगर किसी का कोई हो तो चैतन्य चरितमृत says no. Okay, then how about probably people like you who come once in a year to give Bhagavatam class? उनका preaching करते उनका क्या है जो अच्छे भक्त हैं उनका क्या? This thing Srila Prabhupada quote many times. ना अयम आत्मा प्रवचने न लभ्य, ना मेधाय न बहुश्रुते, यम एव स्मृतेन तेन लभ्यस तस्यसि आत्मविमृणुते तमोस्वाम. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by means of expert explanation, vast intelligence, or even much hearing. He is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person he manifests his own. नौकर लोग क्या करोगे? नंदन नंदन चूज करेंगे तब होगा. अब वो कब चूज करेंगे? Now, think about it. Think about it. All those five personalities, all the residents of heaven, and the residents of this planet who are preaching Krishna's message, or good devotee, best devotee, they are very, very advanced Vaishnava. They don't have any personal desires. They don't want anything out of it. For them also, Upanishads are putting stay order. Now, how about those who are not doing anything but they are very serious in their sadhana, sitting down at their home and mind their own business, and they are very advanced in their spiritual life, practicing their sadhana. उनका क्या? उनके ऊपर stay order कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी लगा रहे हैं. बहु जनम यदि करी श्रवण कीर्तन तब तो न पाए कृष्ण चरण प्रेम. So those who sit down and do their sadhana, उनका भी कोई भूख नहीं करता. Now, is there anyone I left? Left out? Overall in general, कोई बाकी रह गया हम जिसको हम कवर कर सकते हैं? This is why. Why the world is so inaccessible? The answer resides in their own personalities. Brahmaji, Uddhavji, Lord Shiva, Lakshmiji, all the demigods of heaven, Nagakanya, rich Patnis. Almost time is up. What I wanted to say now here, if you study their life from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, you will understand why they cannot get it. And from there you will understand what is supposed to. Yes, there is hope, even though we have limited time, and hope is given by our Acharya. You know, the position of our Acharya is more than these personalities. I repeat, the position of our Acharyas are more than these personalities. And I'm not speaking in the sky. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, they are Manjaris of the Lord. Their position is more than Vasudeva Krishna's father. I repeat, our Acharya's position is more than Krishna's father. And we are reading their books, listening their Harikatha. So we will definitely have hope. Because our elders are such personalities. And just to tell you where they are, what is their Radhika, I wanted to show you something. Use this purport. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing something. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur discusses that Krishna appeared simultaneously as the son of Devaki and as the son of Yashoda. along with the spiritual energy Yogamaya. As the son of Devaki, he first appeared as Vishnu, and because Vasudeva was not, read this statement, because Vasudeva was not in the position of pure affection for Krishna. Vasudeva worshipped his son as Lord Vishnu. Yashoda was, however, pleased her son Krishna without understanding his godhood. Why I highlight this purport is, it is general etiquette that without adhikar we should not speak, and beyond our adhikar we should not speak. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling, Vasudeva is not pure. So क्या आप pure हो? Somebody can logically ask question to Vishwanath Chakravarti. Of course, he will not say I am pure. Yes, he is. This statement is reflecting adhikar of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He has a daring to say that Krishna's father is not pure or in a pure affection. Now someone can think, oh, उसमें क्या मैं भी लिख सकता हूँ. Those who know the Siddhant, they can understand that to write this statement, what required. So the acharyas, the people whom we are following, their position is way beyond than other residents or other rank in Vaikuntha. And we are following them. So coming back here, I don't want to linger this discussion, and neither I want to come again to speak. I'm sorry. So who got 10 minutes will continue this presentation. I last time overspoke in a filmy way, and I am suffering today. So this time I will not make any such statement. So we'll sort out this discussion. Give me 10-15 minutes. One comparison we will do. If you want, I'll forward this presentation. You can go through it. One presentation we'll do, and we'll drive out some quick instruction for our spiritual life, what we should want and what we should do. And if any of you or one of you at least agree with that understanding, I will consider my attempt is successful. Only one person. I don't want all of you. Because all devotees have different mood. That is absolutely okay. If one person among you agree, I will consider my attempt is successful. This is about Vraj, so I will speak also accordingly. I don't have any adhikar. मेरा कुछ इसमें नहीं है, but I am repeating as it is, just to let you know. The all personalities that I described, now I will ask you and you let me know, okay? Who has entrance in Vrindavan and who don't have? Brahmaji. Do you know any eternal identity? No. Uddhavji? Yes. Gulmalata, he eternally resides as a Gulmalata. So he has eternal identity. So Brahmaji? No. Uddhavji? Yes. Lakshmi ji का तो कोई question ही नहीं है. No. Lord Shiva? Yes. As a Bhuteshwar, as a Chakreshwar, Kameshwar, Mundeshwar, Gopeshwar, or as a 12, he is eternally staying with them. So yes. Akrurji? Mansana? Yes. Yes. I was hoping to not highlight that, but अब आई गए भक्त को चीट करना बहुत difficult हो जाता है. Anyway, okay. So we'll see here what is wrong in our understanding of Brahmaji, which we can learn from, so that we not repeat that thing, and what is correct in our understanding of Uddhavji, that we can imbibe in our spirituality. So with these two quick discussion, we'll stop, and I'll forward this presentation later. You can go through a comparison between wife of all the Brahmanas and Nagakanya. This is another comparison. Why they checked out from it now? It is difficult to cover everything. So, okay, I'll take you back to the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Can I hide this thing? This one. Okay. So, two chapters. Second canto, chapter number 9. Third canto, chapter number 4. These two chapters are the basis of our comparison. And from them we will learn what mistake we should not commit and what mood we should cultivate in our spiritual life. But as I said, after this garden break, Brahmaji, Uddhavji, or any personalities, they are very advanced Vaishnava. They are pure devotees. But by their example, they are helping us to learn some lessons, just like other personalities. Even Daksha's devotions, way beyond my understanding. But he helped us to teach some lessons. So Brahmaji is also helping us to understand. Now, let's go to this comparison is very valid because these both personalities go very close hand to hand, and it's come to deal with this. Uddhavji look after the management affair of Narita. Brahmaji look after all the managerial affairs of this universe. So, if you see in chapter 9, this is one of the root chapter of Bhagavatam that we are talking about. This is the chapter where Brahmaji have a vision of Vishnu, where Vishnu appeared, he entered into Vaikuntha, they have greetings with Vishnu, and then with Lord Bhagavan spoke Chatusloki Bhagavat, and then Brahmaji did some stuti, and then Vishnu disappeared. And this chapter, chapter 4, is the same thing where Krishna was sitting, Uddhavji joined him, and Maitreya Muni later come, and they have conversations. What Krishna asked to Brahmaji, Krishna asked to Uddhavji also. What Brahmaji respond and what Uddhavji respond is the answer. So we'll quickly see that and then we'll stop here. Now, just to say one another thing, in this chapter, if you study 2.9, this reflects Brahmaji's mood. What type of devotion he is doing, as at least at that time. And then I will comment on the personas. Actually, where Brahmaji got that identity? When? In his lifespan. If we treat Brahmaji as a Vaishnava practicing his spiritual life, eventually at some point he got access. Then all the Vraj, actually he tasted Vraj after Brahma. उससे पहले व्रज के बारे में उनको कहते ना इल्म ही नहीं था कि क्या व्रज किस नाम की बला है. Many writings says that his eternal identity is revealed to him, or he resides eternally as it. He intensified that when Brahma Vimohan died. Before that, he himself revealed about the position of resident of Vrindavan. Of course, he is eternal devotee of Lord and he is teaching us a lesson. But that lesson is very important for us. In this chapter, Krishna is asking a question. What should I do for you? What do you want from me? Now, always remember this thing. If you study Bhagavatam, he asks question to Dhruv Maharaj. What should I do for you? What do you want? Prahlad Maharaj, what should I do for you? What do you want? Krishna asks everyone this question. If not today, tomorrow when you will meet, he will ask you also this question. This is eternal principle. And when he asks, the response that Vaishnava give will reflect the mood of that question. So, आज नहीं तो कल भगवान आपको भी पूछेंगे. He will ask you what you want. So you should prepare your answer from today. You should prepare the mood of that answer from today. In this chapter, Krishna asks him a question. Beautiful personality of God in address Lord Ram. O Brahma, impregnated with the Veda, I am very much pleased with your long accumulated penance, with the desire for creation. Hardly am I pleased with the pseudo mystics. I wish you good luck, O Brahma. You may ask from me, the giver of all benediction, all that you may desire. Now, a lot of things above and after, and a lot of understanding there, but just we can focus here. So, Krishna asked him a question: "Aapko kya chahiye? What do you want?" Krishna asked this question to many residents of Vrindavan also. And if you study their answer, you understand which devotee is where in that spiritual. There is a Brahmaji, a Kuruji, a Guru. So immediately Brahmaji, Lord Brahma said, couple things Krishna mentioned, glorify Brahmaji, his penance, his devotion service, and he is pure. In this purport, if you read Srila Prabhupada said that Brahmaji is the purest of purity. We are not criticizing him. Lord Brahma said, O personality of Godhead, you are situated in every living entity's heart as the supreme director, and therefore you are aware of all endeavors by your superior intelligence without any hindrance whatsoever. In spite of that, so Brahmaji said, "You know everything, sir. I don't want to ask anything, but in spite of, but still, for I'm looking to what if." He said, "Okay, आपको कुछ देना ही है ना?" So what he said, "My Lord, I am praying to you to kindly fulfill my desire." क्या desire है? May I please be informed how, in spite of your transcendental form, you assume the mundane form, although you have no such form at all. And please inform me how you, by your own self, manifest different energies for annihilation, generation, acceptance. If you study all these words down, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained what is reflecting here, Dhyan Visri Bhakti. He did not say, give me grudge by creation, die, आप देख लो अपने. When Brahmaji is not available, Krishna hold the position of it. Krishna doesn't need Brahmaji for creation. अगर यहाँ पे ब्रह्मा जी ने क्या दिया होता ना, I want grudge, sir, I don't want anything else. तो कृष्णा कहते जाओ, I'll take care of this. I'll solve that later. Brahmaji did not say that. Now, if you study this chapter, he very wonderfully prayed to Krishna. May I never, stick myself, my head into your Maya. May I always remain above Maya. May I always ऐसा कुछ बाकी नहीं रखा उन्होंने कि any Vaishnav left it behind. Everything he prayed. I want to faithfully, selflessly, I want to serve him. I don't have any other desire. I don't want anything else from you. May I never struck in your Maya. Everything उन्होंने मांगी. Then also, see what this Bhagavad is saying. Now this is chapter 4. Now this theme will go parallelly. You see, there Krishna appear, glorified Brahmaji first and ask question, and Brahmaji respond. Now here same thing. Krishna glorified Uddhavji first, and then ask question to Uddhavji. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Oh, so this is addressing the previous name of Uddhavji. I know from within your mind what you desire in the days of yore, when the Vasus and other demigods responsible for expanding the universal offerings perform sacrifices, you particularly desire to achieve my association. This is a crux. There Brahmaji had a responsibility to do creation and maintenance. So कोई ये कह सकता है out of argument, Prabhu ji, Krishna appointing a service. So all he's asking is faithfully selfless service only. Here purposefully Krishna. जरूरत नहीं थी ये statement बोलने की, but indirectly Krishna is hinting something. There he appoints service to Brahmaji. Here also he said that, oh Vasu, you're supposed to do managerial services along with the demigods. But what you did instead of that, you particularly desire achieving my association. You did not ask anything else. This is very difficult for others to obtain, but I award it unto you. Now, what Krishna awarded to him? Very important. This is. I'll cut short few things. Now, when Uddhavji said, "O Vidur, when I was thus favored at every moment by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and addressed by Him with great affection, my words failed in tears, and the hairs on my body erupted. After smearing my tears, I with folded hands spoke like this." Now compare this verse 15 with these words of Brahmaji 25. This is Gyan Misrit Bhakti. And if you study this chapter, this will not reflect where Brahmaji ever desired from Krishna that give me your loving devotion and give me Brajvas or give me your exalted position. What Uddhavji asked in parallel, see here. Oh my Lord, devotees who engage in the transcendental loving service of your lotus feet have no difficulty in achieving anything within the realm of the four principles of religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. But, oh great one, as far as I am concerned, I have preferred only to engage in the loving service of your lotus feet. Now, we have a cryptic message here. Uddhavji purposefully pointing these four regulative things. These four regulative things These four regulative things is rejected by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami at the very entry point of Chaitanya. So what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling you, oh you follower of Chaitanya Dev, please hear this thing. If you want to associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you want to cultivate mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, give up four things. अज्ञानत मिरन कहिए कही धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष वांछादि सब सेम थिंग धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्षा वांछा ये सारी जो वांछा है वो वांछा कैसी है सीरियस तारमध्ये मोक्ष वांछा कैतव प्रधान यहा हैते कृष्णा भक्ति होय अंतर ध्यान The foremost process of cheating, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling these four regulative things is a cheating dharma and it is rejected. So anybody who wants to cultivate mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should give up these four things. And what Uddhavji is asking, see, I don't want these four things. You know this principle. So then what you want, sir? आपको क्या चाहिए? ब्रह्मा जी जैसे मैनेजमेंट सेवा क्रिएशन सेवा सर्विंग सेल्फलेसली कृष्णा what do you want? See what he said. Now, if you see in this purport, in this verse and next verse, he's telling the same thing. Sir, you explain Bhagavatam to Brahma. Explain to me also. You reveal yourself to Uddhavji. Reveal to me also. There, what's the Prabhupada writing? Krishna revealed to Uddhavji that thing which he did not reveal to Brahma. See this. 19 verse number. Yes. When I thus express my heartfelt desire unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the lotus-eyed Lord instructed me about his transcendental situation. What is this transcendental situation? Paramam Sthitam. Read what Prabhupada is saying here. The word Paramam Sthitam are significant in this verse. The Lord's transcendental situation was not even spoken of to Brahma when the four verses of Srimad Bhagavatam were explained. This transcendental situation comprises dealings with devotees engaged in transcendental loving service as exhibited at Dwarika and Vrindavan. So this line is telling what Krishna revealed to Uddhavji he did not reveal to Uddhavji. Same scenario. Krishna appeared, Krishna praised both the personality, Krishna asked question to both the personality, and selflessly both the personality respond Krishna. But this purpose said what Uddhavji got, Brahmaji did not got. Why? Now, when you study carefully in comparison with this chapter, one thing will stand out. And that is probably a takeaway point for our spirituality. When you later verses of second chapter, 9th chapter of second canto, when you study, you will realize at that time, not after Brahma will go into 11, before, Brahmaji doesn't have such desire. Brahmaji doesn't have desire to enter in Braj. And Braj is the only thing which cannot be attained without desire. No matter even we become pure beauty. So spiritual life is not something I will do ABC and I will get 1, 2, 3. If you want 1, 2, 3, you should work towards 1, 2, 3. It's a required. Yadrasi bhava, tadrasi bhavati, yatha mam prapatyati them tam statiyo bhajami. Whatever you desire, I'll give you. So if somebody think Vraj is very difficult, a very high thing, I don't want to think about it. I'll just follow Guru's instruction, do the services, and immediately, automatically, Vraj will be available. Not possible. ब्रह्मा जी को निगरा हमें कैसे मिल सकता है? Now one last thing and then we'll stop here. Can any Vaishnava do a creation service more bigger than Brahma? How many temples we can create for Guru's pleasure? अरे उन्होंने पूरा यूनिवर्स बनाया for the pleasure of his Guru. What management services we can do? Can we manage more than Brahma? 84,000 species he created, and while I'm speaking today, he is managing everyone's account. कहीं पे झगड़ा हो गया, he will be there. That's प्रजापति Lord Shiva was there. पृथु महाराज Indra was there. सब कितना solution, कितना management होगा. So no one can beat in creation and management सेवा. Still, the purport says Krishna did not reveal Brahmaji what he revealed to Uddhava. Why? Because he doesn't cultivate that desire. So very simple message is that doesn't mean we should stop service. Uddhavji also did Dwarka arrangement. So one thing we should cultivate is when we engage in a service, maybe big services based on those instruction or as minute as chanting 60 times a day. Some disciples got specific instruction. Some got general regular instruction. Whichever, we should never cultivate that attitude that I'm doing these services, hence I don't need to think about Vraj. Eventually, automatically, I will be able to not possible. If we want Vraj, we should explicitly cultivate that desire. Without which it is not a last paragraph of Prabhupada and we'll stop. This will reflect mood of Srila Prabhupada for those devotees who engage in different services and at the same time they want Vraj. What Prabhupada expect from us. So this is chapter 14, Brahma's prayer. If you go towards the end, okay, this is Srila Prabhupada's disciple writing this. According to Srila Sanatana Goswami, even one who is only inclined to hear and chant the pastimes of Lord Krishna will achieve spiritual perfection. Many devotees seriously engaged in propagating Krishna consciousness are often so busy that they cannot chant and hear the pastimes of the Lord to their full satisfaction. However, simply by their intense desire to always chant and hear about Lord Krishna, they will achieve spiritual perfection. You see the word intense desire and inclination? What this purport is telling is, we may be engaged in big services, it's okay. But if you wish to cultivate this intense desire, will not get the mood. So our service will not ensure our destination. Simply executing machine-like service, or even not machine-like service, good service in a good faith. But if you don't have an explicit desire for Vraj, Vraj is not okay. Because Krishna reciprocates according to our desire. So in our spiritual practice, if one thing we give up, I will consider my attempt is successful. I'm not telling you have that thing. I'm speaking for myself. But in case, as a doubt of time, sometimes we cultivate the desire. Yeah, I just want to follow instruction of my guru. Do the services in temple. Do this thing. Don't think about drugs. Don't think about it sharing. Just do this thing, and automatically this happens. If you give up this attitude, I will consider my attempt is successful. If you want Vraj, we should work in that direction. We should is a must thing. Without that, nobody had ever got and nobody will ever get. I have so many things to speak. Time is always essence. I will stop here. If I have spoken anything above my adhikar, please forgive me. My intention is not to put down anyone's service, any Vaishnava's position. They are way advanced than me. Their adhikar is better than me. I just wanted to highlight few verses, few purports, and few chapters from where we can learn some type of takeaway for our spiritual life. So that if we want to cultivate Braj Bhakti, what we should do and what we should carefully do. Braj is not available without desire. How many, whichever birth, what is that verse? Tatra lulyam api ekamulyam, janmakoti sukruti. Janmakoti sukruti nalabhyate. Adhikar. Lolyam is only adhikar. And if somebody, and it is very painful to see, we don't have adhikar for chanting, we chant. We don't have adhikar for doing pure devotional service, still do devotional service. But when it's come to drugs, devotees close their eyes and ears, and it's okay, it's very a topic of gravity. But if we never talk about it, we're never going to go there. Drugs is not something auto machine where I will do 1, 2, 3, and hence eventually ABC will happen in my life. Vraj is a very demanding, explicit thing, and we have to work in that direction. And working is very simple, Srila Prabhupada said. We should cultivate that desire in our heart while engaging in our services. So whatever services we do, we should offer that result to Krishna and Guru, and we ask only one: give me Vraj Adhika, give me Vraj Bhav and Vraj. Let my shallow, dry heart experience it. And this is अनार्पित चरण चिराग, जो नहीं दिया वो देने आए हैं, तो क्या है वो व्रज ही है. Unarpit, karunya avtirna, swam karuna has descended. So we should carefully practice in our spiritual life. We should carefully avoid such type of thought that I don't need to do anything about Vraj. It is very higher philosophy, and we should carefully imbibe that mood that I should read about Vraj. I should understand the mood of resident. And I'll not open up any purpose. Time is out. Third canto, chapter number 7. Text number towards the end, and chapter number 6 towards the end, 36, 37. You see the purport. So the Prabhupada said, we should read books written by all of our acharyas. 111 Srimad Bhagavatam also, Prabhupada said, we should read. नाम लेने के लिखा, विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर, सनातन गोस्वामी, रूप गोस्वामी, पढ़ना चाहिए. This is Srila Prabhupada's instruction. So if we claim ourselves a follower of Srila Prabhupada, then I'm talking to myself, then we should cultivate that proper mood in that direction. And we pray for all of us together that what is unavailable to those great personalities may eventually become enabled in our life. I don't have any adhikar, but there is nobody can stop us to having a desire. Spiritual life is almost spiritual desire. So with this, I will stop. If I have spoke anything above my adhikar, I apologize. If I spoke anything which is contradicting your mood or your understanding, you doesn't have to accept it. You can reject it, but don't reject me. Reject my talk. I need your blessings. And whatever truty or whatever mistakes in my presentation in this discussion with Sarvakari Prabhu, please accept. And I really need blessings from all of you. I don't want to do this dry talk. Please grant your blessings. बहुत टाइम लगता है ये सब चीजों को कनेक्ट करने में. Those who are speaking, they know. And I'm not interested. So hopefully this is last day. I really don't want to speak next week. So I can forward this presentation to devotees. We can get it the later information. With this, we don't have time. I know devotees are waiting for some other activities. But as Mataji mentioned, do anyone, so that I not have a guilty of, मैं सब से बोले जा रहा हूँ. Does anyone wants to add anything which is in a mood or condition to go? Please do so. Please. Now we stop here. If devotee wants to say anything about Vraj or any of the realize, they can. Otherwise, as far as this thing concerned, do you think that they need what I have to say? Absolutely no. They know better than me. If this is their humility that they're sitting here and listening me patiently. Narottam Das Thakur also said the same thing. I don't know anything. So, but anyway, so please no on a serious part, so that I can also know when I go home I don't have a guilt in my heart that I only spoke. Does any devotee, whatever they hear, read, quickly want to share anything which is conducive on the same thought process? You can answer that question. Want to say something? Mataji is in general, Mataji is telling about instruction of Acharya. When we follow that, we get empowerment. So correct me. So, what you say at the end, Mani, that is that okay to?
Honestly speaking, I don't know the questions, and I want to ask that this is my comment. Actually, I spoke on last meeting, I quoted all the personalities, but I added if Brahma has become, offered his 4 heads, and Shiva is offered his 4 heads, and Shiva also became 1 head. So that is the way Bhagavatam. That's how I had it last time. But today's lecture, I really want to add here. Thank you very much. First of all, Rasika was telling the glory, how what my glory Raj is not easy. When this type of person, actually, one point I felt, all this is difficult, but at the same time, I felt it's very good. So we all should know what is it we're endeavoring, it's not cheap, it's definitely is not cheap. That's what I felt. Actually, one time it was depressing, but the next second it was not depressing. It's amazing. So you are attending, and there are primary schools everywhere. The PhD, university something. So this is great. The great personalities, they are not. It was difficult for them. Great, they are enduring for it. But one thing, then I want to add here. First thing is Lord Chaitanya, church one says, honestly speaking, this is a conversation in Islam. How can you practice mindfulness? It's impossible actually. So, but church one says, you practice, you worship Lord Chaitanya in only you assist with Lord Chaitanya. That's actually that's Santa that's but everything that's to use the Lord Chaitanya in Masters, Lord Chaitanya, and through your Guru, the Lord Chaitanya will give you entrance. Because actually, many times I quoted, you can understand love of Krishna's, Krishna's love for cows, you can understand Krishna's love for his servants, you can understand Krishna's love for his friends and Yashoda, you understand Krishna's love for those who need qualification. Qualification. But what is our qualification? That's why we can speak no qualification. But the first one is telling you actually that was very good. I understand that. You serve Lord Chaitanya in Dasyaras. Okay, these words are Lord Chaitanya in Dasyaras. Serve Nityananda Prabhu. Then Nityananda will take you to Lord Chaitanya. Then how will I go to Nityananda Prabhu? You serve Panchakita. How do you go to Panchakita? Your Guru is very near to Panchakita. So you serve your spiritual master. And they will take you. Actually, as we are discussing and reading this particular, Akademician Jiva Goswami, even one who is only inclined to give Chinese pastors like Krishna, not the one, which is the this one of them is only. Even one who is only inclined to give Chinese pastors like Krishna, which is perfection. Many devotees seriously engage in propagating Krishna consciousness are often so busy that they cannot chant and hear the pastors of Lord with their full satisfaction. However, simply by their intense desire to always chant and hear about Lord Krishna, they will achieve spiritual perfection, of course. As far as possible, one should actually vibrate the answer to these answering pastors of Lord. Means, what is the essence of this with the parallel factor. Essence is do service and also parallelly you come and attend Bhagavatam class and hear the glories of Krishna. Mere service is not enough. Actually, Bhagavatam class is there. Study and service will make you steady. If you just do service and there is no study, then you are weak. If you just do service, study, rather Swami says, you will not understand. If you are not hungry, if you are not hungry, eat. Honestly speaking, many times nowadays somebody says, "What's books?" Very difficult. Actually, Savilas quoted this point. Savilas quoted Bhagavatam discussing. These books, if you read 20 years ago, we would not understood anything. But 20 years of sadhana, selfless sadhana, now they are understanding. Whether it's Sudra Chidamani or, other Krishna Sangati are leading. So, actually, coming back to also again, if you read it just for the sake of reading, this time, what is the thing? Okay, if I sing these tunes, I will, it's very easy to be published. If I sing that one, if I quote verses, okay, what a simple thing. As you is going, I also go. As you is going, I like to quote several times. Honestly speaking, that my is normal. But it doesn't take us anywhere. So what it takes, what it takes us, where it takes us, simple one thing. Sarvatahi Vaishnava, it's simple. Stay where you are, Sanasita Shukata, Dhanvam. But again, a very important. Laulyam Ekamat movement. And so intense greed to attain that. Oh, I appreciate this. Your class is mountain. Logic is not. It is actually Gaurav explained. Bhakti is simple, not easy. Bhakti is simple, not easy. What does the Bhakti? Honestly speaking, if you understand what we are attempting, what is that I'm attempting? So then you become serious. Why is it? Actually, honestly speaking, when it was 950, everyone started doing that. Why are we sitting here? Somebody's investment, he worked very hard. Worked so hard, working here and there, comparing from different personalities. I just need to be working. How he was very careful about spirituality. That's why we are all sitting here. His investment is actually making us sit here. Otherwise, 1+1, one of the verses in Bhagavatam is what is that Kali? Kali means whatever is wonderful. It is so cheap. The finest qualities are removed in this Kali. Because devotee is of value, I will do value. There is another value that is not more. There is another value. No? So, honestly speaking, I appreciate only one point, a few points here, 4 points. Here are 4 points actually Vaishnavism is not easy. Second thing is, Vaishnavism is not easy. Vaishnavism is not easy. Third thing is, Raj is not easy. That's what we are attempting. What is our hope in this whole thing? Rajya. Chichaka Mahaprabhu. But many times people ask, why do you need another personality? Example, Krishna. Other is here, but we need a qualification. So actually, honestly speaking, what is that? That was Rajya says, Amara Bhakti, what is the time you are? So Rajya is Bhakti, except me, whatever is relative. Only, if your dog can reach a moon, even a 10-footer cannot reach a moon. Means, what does it mean? Why are you calling yourself? Maybe a 6-footer, by some chance you may reach it. I'm what? I cannot reach the moon. This statement is very wrong. So, means it's impossible. First of all, we develop gratitude to Srila Prabhupada and then practice liberation. Second thing, we become grateful to Lord Chaitanya. Many people they go to Krishna or Bhagavatam But they never got Lord Chaitanya actually. I was actually one of the victims in my early stages. But the day I understood, she should know, what is that, what is it was? Pregnancy is a very nice slogan. I don't know. I mean, he came to experience Sangapore, but as developer, he came to spread. Wow! He carried in the daytime, in the nighttime, he carried in Ramana, in the Kerala also, he carried in the mood of one time. Oh, you understand? That is also his contribution. And what is that? It's a textual, but he's giving forcefully putting in your mouth. And when leader is like that, follows what you tell you, you break his head, to give, no problem. One time challenge. As you go around our Canada, one cannot discount the power of action. They're all actually Harisham is great. Boloke friend with an announcement. Boloke doesn't, Hanuman doesn't come from, other places. Actually, in Hanuman at the goddess of the Lord Chaitanya, the Haridas Prabhu, nothing about emotions. What is it? Navavas, use of the Vaikuntha. Navavas use of the Vaikuntha. But Navavas doesn't get Krishna friend. But Krishna friend what happened? Krishna Loka, Gopala, like a unique Krishna. Unique Krishna. So that they thought, wow, Navavas, so there's a relation here. Navavas can hear, but Sudhanam doesn't. So one is Sudhanam here, and anybody. So again there good comes. If he sincerely served, yes, sincerely served, Guru Parampara comes spiritual master. I chant this mantra, this direction mantra. Whatever is not available to all these great personalities, technologies for me, is available to us. Then our faith and like actually this lecture, after listening to this lecture, if you don't develop immense gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, immense gratitude to spiritual masters in the initiators, honestly speaking, they are doing the biggest injustice. So what is that? Samsara Dhamanala, Guru is very devious and Sakshat Haritva is not Haritva. So Guru is the dear servant of Krishna. So dear servant of Krishna is Krishna. Actually, no, but only I want to add here, adventure plan, their plan. Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, there actually it's Vishnu is shaking hands. So Bhaktina, what is it? What is it? Belmont Swata explains. Who can go the Krishna? Who can do the Krishna? Krishna Krishna nobody else can. No Vaikuntha incarnation can do, only Krishna can do. Actually, it is one of the reasons why Krishna wants to do the restoration. So the thing is, we should learn as creatures to defend Krishna conscious philosophy. For that, we need to read. I really appreciate you, Prabhu. I really do not know how many years of his study in sadhana I have done. He doesn't speak. One time, I told him to give class in Bhagavatam. And every day would come back and be almost was to convince me that this guy is a new faith and finally, that day was giving class, the day he has to give class. He came to me and said, he sat on the, he was sitting on the classes and said, I cannot give class. And he just gave the point. And it actually was. I told this to him. I just said it. Honestly, he convinced me. Wow. So I told somebody after his class and his class, I think I told him, as he goes to why that word is enunciation. Attachment. If Namaste is able to exhibit that attachment, actually, honestly speaking, It's proving bhakti is not anybody's national system. Bhakti is a set of everyone. If bhakti is true, actually, I was saying Ashtami, but doesn't have any mellow voice. The system is really. Why? But the elimination of all the yogas, Ashtanga related to yoga, bhakti is true. And Srila Prabhupada, who Prabhupada has achieved numbers and achieved, no one could even do it. No one has ever done the past. Prabhupada is a master. Amazing. So, actually, you should appreciate his hard work more than in sense control. If you read, you are filled with, so much knowledge. You want to speak actually. And if you don't speak, Bhagavatam says, if you fully God, it will become stale. And if you don't, and you will lose it. You forget. And if you don't read and keep on giving, the body becomes empty and a great teaching. So in school, his father school, but wow, he doesn't speak it. He asked him 10 times to make him speak. So we should appreciate his sensible. So honestly speaking, this time there is no shortage of talent. There is no depth of talent in his speech. So he's actually one of the standing, he's already standing testimony for that. So the thing is, rather than following him, rather than imitating him, read. Honestly speaking, common thing when proper discernment statement. This comment will last time was 3 years. How many people read proper books? And this class is actually a very hopeful class. Not what is spoke, but the hard work behind us, and his purity is making a river sit 2 hours after we class started, we are searching it. Means purity as a value. It's a lesson for everyone, including nation. So what is that? Yes, our gratitude, our faith in the body should increase. The people should have large our faith and large should increase multiple. And we cannot do, we call it actually like the Prabhupada said light in the night and wrote the books. Our faith should increase, and Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara. And of course, Raj is not just a fruit available which is within my hand reach. That's what I proved. So develop intense eagerness to achieve it. Don't criticize anybody. Don't be lethargic. Come and not just Mangalarti. Just waiting Mangalas. Become every day, if possible, online. Everyone wants to be come and do it. Actually, very few devotees in the entire congregation. But thousand has got to make your weekends, make your home. Make your home. Make home temple. When here, this is happening today in that family, that's happening in the family, it crushes the heart. On one hand, they are ready for such a high thing, on the other hand, they are so weak, sadhana and spiritual practices. So actually very grateful. Let's express our gratitude. The Lord is ready to say, so my liking is coming actually now. What is our hope? So actually I was speaking on the first initially. Just because Radha and I came to know, I was speaking. I will not give up and focus on that. Let me large and we cannot go. If somebody taking there, still is asking me. Yes, yes, the proper 40 rupees and 200 bucks is sitting there. Still, he's pushing himself to the flag and, okay, you say these are past histories. Recently, yesterday's and day 2 days ago, and if anybody sees Bhagavatam struggling to offer the senses, how in his dream and his sleep is offering He says, that itself is great. Our Jayakumar with all the sickness, he is traveling and without even change of schedule. Continue. None of us is so sick. The government said, we visited villages, and that's why I need to call that karma. We did not even know who initiated. And he's saying all this karma, and so sick for years. Honestly, yesterday I was speaking. And they were talking about this Bhakti Prabhu. Anyway, took sannyas and so great because they were escaped by the Maya. So, yes, quality only. Why is Kari serving here? Because of the quality. We are serving just because of the quality. Yes, few people come, but people are understanding. Yes, actually, you all should know. I've done last line. I don't know if you got it in Sunday class. Our Venkat, what is Venkat Prabhu moved out from Venkat Prabhu moved out to Florida. He told me, Prabhuji, I was in shots. You were just unloading. One family came opposite and he took his children and said, you should follow their children. Because he said, I saw my killer. He told his children, we are fortunate that we are moving out to this community. I was still in my shorts and we are unloading, but he saw my pillar and he said, we're so fortunate to have you in our celebration. Actually, now Sarah Mara says, 1980s, Americans, they would not even go to movies. All American global receptors. So ISKCON commanded such high respect in all ranks of circle, in all ranks of society, not just India, but all over America, everywhere. But today, we are diluting that standards because we spend our time going to movies and watching cell phones and they're putting the children are watching just as showing the children as excuse to eat, to make them eat prasad. Then parents are also watching. Today we are diluting Islam standards. One thing I can tell I'm done with this, like Guru's followed, be strict with yourself, be with others. Don't be strict with others and very lenient yourself. That is direct influence. The Vedas are all again Lord, and themselves with your thing. The Surugo. Vedas Lord Haribo.
Haribo! 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 Jai.
How many of you like thousands of people coming out and we cannot put them on? Actually, Shri Ram, we should go in and